All right, sorry about that. For those who are watching our review there, we are back on now. We're gonna get right into the spoil discussion for the little things. You already heard, if you already were, but you know what? In case you're new to this, it's gonna be a different channel. We're about to do a spoil discussion for the movie The Little Things, starring Denzel Washington, Rami Malek, and Jared Leto. We're gonna get into full spoilers here. This is your only chance to leave before we start talking about the movie. We're gonna have a review as well on the channel that we did kind of a little while ago, but it's gonna be the full spoil discussion. So you had a lot to talk about, a lot to get into it. Just let you guys know, I saw it at home on HBO Max. He saw it at the regular movie theater on Friday night. So give me your spoilers, Anthony.
All right, man, we're gonna get into these spoilers. All right, so let's talk about the characters. So I was okay with Denzel playing who he was, but
Deke.
his character was so awkward. I almost feel like there was like two different stories paths they wanted him to take, or two scripts, and they was like, let's merge them. The way he was so committed, right, made you think like a family member or somebody died, right? And I never felt like I got that satisfaction for his character, so to
Mhm.
speak, right? For what he was setting out for, I didn't feel like I got that in the end. But we're gonna get to it. So man, I felt like when they first showed Leto's character, and remember when he was trying to find, the lady said, oh, maybe it was like ABC or A something, that I had the guy come to fix the fridge or whatever, right?
Yeah, yeah.
um when he walked into this store, they
The
showed
appliance repair shop. Yeah,
right, they
yeah.
showed Leto's character look. I didn't like that. I felt like he shouldn't have been seen at that point. That was a little
Okay,
off for me too. um it's a lot I got, but as you get into it, like we'll uncover it all.
okay. Yeah. Denzel's character Deke. You're talking about. He joined the lieutenant, as I said before. The young detective Baxter, played by Rami Malek, and I um, I thought that I could tell he was like supposed to be like a grizzled veteran and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And I see like throughout the movie, I like how they uncover stuff about his life, about how he is, who he got to be today, and stuff like that. I thought that for the movie, and because it's full of spoilers or whatever, so there was a bunch of murders that happened throughout Los Angeles. This takes place in, I guess, the early '90s, I think. So there's no cell phones. Think about that.
Right,
Let's think
right,
about now it's different. So if a young girl goes on a run, she pretty much by herself at that point, or whatever like that. So there's a lot of murders taking place. It starts off with a girl. And this okay. Let's talk about that scene, bro. Spoiler wise, it starts off with the girl driving, and there's a pickup truck,
right,
behind her, and she gets nervous about that. So he pulls over and stuff like that, and she passed him, and whatnot. So she passed him, and then he gets behind her, and she gets more nervous, and then she just fucking pulls
pulls,
over
right,
randomly into a place and hops out the car.
right,
Now,
a
to
gas
me,
station.
wouldn't you be more safer in the car than out the car? Like, what
Dude,
were your
that
thoughts about
bothered
that?
me so much. I was like, wait, you're in a vehicle and you're driving on the highway. You pull off to go to the gas station that looked deserted anyway. And you
Right,
get out and start banging on the door, and the place looked like it was closed.
right.
And you don't get back in the car, you walk around the building and try to hide. I was like, what? And
Like,
here's another thing too that bothered me a little bit. The killer was walking so slow. It was like some Michael Myers stuff. I was like, yo, if that was me, I'd have been out. They showed the girl and she was gone. And the dude was just kind of slowly walking. And he eventually caught her. I guess she tripped or whatever. But
he pulled over, pulled it out his trunk. Like, he was just like super confident. Like, yeah, I'm
yeah,
gonna get it
he
regardless or
walked up
whatever.
to her car, closed her
Yeah,
door. Yeah,
yeah. And I'm just like, yo, what's going on? But again, my first thought was just drive faster if you're that scared. Like, why are you pulling over and getting out your car? That gives you less
right,
of a chance to survive or
right.
whatever like that. I don't really understand that, at all. I'm like, is she out of gas? Like, what the? Like, that was dumb to me or
Yeah, that was
whatever.
pretty dumb. That
So,
started it off like, okay, what? But it was kind of cool though. Like it did set the scene. Like, oh wow, this guy going out killing people and stuff like that, or kidnapping them or whatever. As it started. So that was kind of cool, but it was very dumb though.
yeah, I
It
agree.
was a good scene, but it didn't make sense. Like, who would do that?
Right, exactly. Like I would just keep on driving until I find, whatever. So
Right.
anyway, so from there I guess you do see Deke's character and stuff like that, Denzel. He's the first person that you see come on the scene, and you realize he's in like a regular uniform and stuff like that. So he's no longer a
Mm-hmm.
detective and stuff like that. And I guess, throughout the movie you learn that I guess 5 years ago, this one case got him so frazzled that he wound up losing everything. His wife
Everything.
had a heart
Yeah.
attack, a whole lot stuff like that. And you see bits and pieces of that, throughout the movie. And I like Rami Malek's character, Baxter.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that I liked him as he was trying to be a sponge. Like even though Denzel's Deke was this cop, this disgraced cop, he's like, yeah, but he was the man, so I know he could teach
Yeah,
me a lot.
and I don't feel like I don't think he was disgraced because I was trying to figure out like, wait, but in the end, I don't think he was disgraced. I think he's still like, I guess. Well, you find out later on the whole twist. Um, well, I mean, it's a spoiler discussion. We just talking. When he
Yeah,
shot the girl, you find out you're like, oh, and they all lied to cover it. So that's why dude didn't like him when he first walked in. Dude that was sitting in the office, but
yeah.
I almost felt like in the beginning it seemed like he was disgraced, but I feel like I don't think he was disgraced. I think they kind of make it like he decided to just leave and go. You know, he couldn't close the case, so he ended up going up north or whatever
Well, I
they
felt like
call
he
it.
was disgraced in that office or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That particular one office.
Mm-hmm.
Because when it was like, he's back or whatever. But I feel like the people that didn't like him and were like, why is he
Right.
here? And stuff like that or whatever. But this new guy
Right.
was like, nah, but
Yeah,
he could
but I
teach
think
me something.
the behind the scenes was the dude, the first initial person who made it like they didn't like him. Well, now
Yeah,
you've realized that he was there when the lady took the bullet out of the girl and and he was like he was. I guess he wasn't who he was then. He wasn't a top notch sergeant, right?
right, right,
So
right, right.
he obviously like I guess their relationship was over at that point because he just helped them lie. When the lady was like, "Oh, I'm gonna say she got stab wounds, but she's taking a bullet out of him, his bullet."
Yeah, and I was like, with that too, like, were they partners? Did he like never like him? Why did he lie if he didn't feel like he wanted to lie? Like, I felt like a lot was missing. So
Yeah.
that goes to my whole part of the movie. I felt like that a lot of each person's story was missing
Hmm.
a little bit. Leto's, Denzel's, and Baxter, the lieutenant and stuff like that. I
Right.
felt like um that like a little bit more of the backstory, even with his wife, ex-wife at the point. He came to the house. He stood like it was like the COVID. It was like
All right.
social distance or whatever,
You know what? I think our thing stopped again.
bro. Yeah, one job.
Tell me about it. Wow, this ain't going well. It got the whole thing though. The other thing.
Do we gotta do this? Like, just do it and just put it on like old times or whatever and stuff.
Well, let me see what they were saying.
Bro, can you hear me?
Back in.
Oh,
Yeah, can you hear? Yeah, I can hear
hold on. Do we gotta do this and just do it like record it like before?
you. I mean, I could always just let me see. I thumbed up the chat. All right, so a lot of people were saying Josh said he never seen it yet, so he's just gonna keep it on mute. Um, Mr. Irma said I thumbed up the chat, but you guys are already on spoilers. Had to mute.
Mm.
So I think a
And
lot of
nobody
people,
seen it.
huh?
I'm surprised. It's been out over a week now. I thought people might have seen it by now. I would
Nah,
imagine.
it came out on Friday.
No, it came out before. I watched it last week.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, so what you want to do, man?
You want to just record it, like I said, and put it out there real
We
quick?
could. I mean, if we still want to do it live, I just go to
No, we'll have to do it live at this
I could
point.
just go to what's it called? StreamYards.
Bro, at this point, you got a whole rest of the day planned, and so do I. So
Yeah, dude.
with like a half hour or stuff like that. Um, I want to. Yeah, I
Want to
want
just
to take 10, 15 minutes to talk about it real quick at least. So maybe we just do the record and put it out
all
there.
right, cool.
All right. I want to get into the ending for sure. So
Oh yeah, definitely. Let me just close out. This is crazy because I'm supposed to be doing a thing, and I think I'm gonna stream it. So